And that is how you remove the door skin from your Mustang. In this video, we're going to teach you how to remove the door handle from your 2019 Mustang. First thing you're going to want to do, open up the door and locate this little rubber plug grommet right there. If you've got some fingernails or just strong fingers, that should just pop straight out. Next up, you're going to want to take your T27 Torx screwdriver, maybe a little torch. We're going to start unscrewing the one screw located right here. Now, before you begin unscrewing this T27, you want to pull the handle outward slightly, as the handle will remain in this position and then pop out once you've loosened it off far enough. All right, now, what a lot of people tend to do, and this is probably where the issue arises, is when the handle pops out, they think, oh, I should stop. No, you need to keep twisting that screw a little bit further till you reach some resistance there where it feels like you're sort of at the end. That's where you want to stop. I'll show you why in a moment. So with that screw fully backed off and the handle popping out, you can remove the little end piece. That should just come straight out if you've loosened that enough. Put that aside. You can give the handle a little jiggle and it will slide out of its sort of holder there. And you'll be greeted with this lovely cable right there. Now you can see I can't pull this out very far because thanks Ford, they've given us sweet F-all cable length. So what this means is when you disconnect this plug here, which is quite easy to do, the cable's going to fall into the door. You'll need to refer to our other video on how to remove the door skin in order to get this back in. All right, so from here, to disconnect this cable, take a little pick tool or a screwdriver, poke it into this little tab right here. Can you see that? This little tab right here. Yep. Pull that over, give the handle a little tug and pop, there goes the cable back into the door. And that is how you remove the handle. Now, that's the simple part. The thing that often fails for a lot of people is when reinstalling the handle, the latch, which is located in here, sometimes falls back in before the handle has sort of gripped it. Now I'll show you what that sort of looks like. So what I'm going to show you is what happens when you back off the screw without the door handle in place. Pretending we have the door handle in. Pop. So you see the latch disappeared into the door. If you didn't have that open enough for the handle to grab on, it's just going to sort of sit there flopping around. So the handle will end up like that with a big gap up here, not sitting right. Now, if that does happen to you, what you need to do to fix it is actually quite simple. Take a hook tool, or you could take some fishing wire or something like that. Reach in and grab that latch. Well, like so. A little difficult to demonstrate. And hold the torch all at the same time. There we go. So now you can see I'm holding the latch right out. Now I'm gonna have to let the torch go for a minute and you need to tighten that screw back up. As you do that, the latch remains in place and it'll be ready to insert the door handle. So you want to make sure that you've screwed that all the way such that the latch is as far forward as it can go. When reinstalling the handle, put it in place. Oh, don't forget the little end piece too. That should be sitting nice and snug. Okay, with the handle in place, keep a little bit of gentle pressure on it and start tightening that screw back up. And it should just pop back in all by itself, like so. Make sure you keep tightening that up till you hit resistance. Pop the rubber grommet back in, and that's the handle back installed in the door. I always recommend checking the latch first by flicking it with a screwdriver or similar and pulling on the door handle just to make sure that it is latching correctly, because if you shut the door, you could have a whole other set of problems if it doesn't open. Lastly, you'll need to check out our other video on the door skin removal. Don't forget to plug in that plug that fell into the door earlier on, which you'll be able to do once you've got the door skin off. Right, so reinstalling the door skin is basically the reverse of what you've just watched. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get up nice and close and reattach the door cable, which was that real pain in the butt thing to remove. To do that, it simply goes, you can see the tip of the cable has that sort of little metal cylinder on it. It slides up the center and then guide the cable along. You need to put some tension on it so that the cable goes through this slot in the plastic trim right there. I'm hoping you can see that right where my finger is sort of tapping. It's going to go through like that and then slide forward those two little tabs that you had to pinch should just slide through the gap. Click, like so. Let's see if we can get you a nice close-up view. Put the cable back in place. Grab the wiring that you unplugged earlier. It should slide back in quite nicely. Cool. And make sure the Windows switch one is roughly where it needs to be as well, so that you can access it from the outside. Lift the door skin up so that it slides over this top trim here and this little hook right here. Like so. Again, make sure that the door switch wiring is exposed. Now, you just want to go around the outside, take a quick peek to make sure that all the clips are lining up with their respective holes. So you can see these white clips here. They are located all around the door skin. You just want to make sure that they line up nicely. Also this tab at the very top as well. Make sure that they all line up before you pop them back in. Now it's just the reverse. Now we just install these bolts in reverse. We've got the two 7mm ones down the bottom. These will go in with relatively few turns because the thread is quite spaced apart. And then we've got the two 10mm ones. These are the same length as well, so it doesn't matter which position you put them in. But these have quite a fine thread, as you can see, so they will take quite a few turns to go all the way in. So a power tool may be handy for this. I want to get myself a power tool. Nice and tight. All right, and lastly, we'll take the window controls, plug those back in, like so, tuck that cable down, and just feed the clips back into the holes. Beautiful. And lastly, the little trim cover behind the door handle. You need to feed that one in like so. And that's how you reinstall the door skin or your door card on your 2019 Mustang.